Good morning, farmers. Well, maybe. It's a rough morning, farmers. I was beginning to wonder if this episode was going to take place anytime soon. Oh, the troubles I had getting this game to load back up. For most of you that have Windows 10 realize there was an update this past week. And I went to start the game to record this episode 62. Well, whatever episode it says in the title, that's just the one. So, this game would 90% load and then just crash the game. Just bam, said no thanks. So I went to one of my backup saves, which was I would have lost about a half hour of real-time work. Same thing, 90% load, crash. So I tried all my saves, crash. Every game crashed. I could load a brand new game. And after going about this for, a couple hours trying to figure out what's going on, I'm like, I may have to start a whole new series, start from day one, which, a lot of you, I didn't start the series from day one. I have played a lot of hours in one day. I said, I'm playing a game. I talk a lot to myself. Let's start making some YouTube videos. So that's when I started posting YouTube videos. Halfway through the series. But let's cut the short story down just a little bit. So I was thinking, yeah, it'd be great for you viewers probably didn't see the beginnings part. But I remember the beginnings part. And it's a long grind just to get to where you are now. Getting the Jack Bear, the small plow. Maybe with the helper system, it'd be easier than I remember when I began. But digging into the save file and looking at some discussion forums from way back when people had trouble loading the game, I got a helpful tip about how to maybe get around it, and the game loaded finally. So after about 3 hours, I think it's been about 3 hours, trying to figure this out, restarting Steam, rebooting the computer, checking everything, because in Farmers Dynasty you can check the integrity of the save, and they kept showing up and said, hey, your save is perfectly fine, no errors. I'm like, yeah, but why isn't it loading? So yeah, if this is the last episode for a while, then I'm having the same problem loading the game. But I'll see after I get done recording this video. I'm going to make a few saves here and there, and hopefully I don't have the issue again, because it's not fun. But anywho, yeah, I'm exhausted already, and I just started the episode. It's 1 hour into the day of the farm, and I'm exhausted already. So we got to plow this field, that field, and cultivate these fields. Actually, since it's a new day, let's see if we can hire someone to plow the field. I'm probably not. Cannot find a worker. Alright, that's fine. Whatever. I can't figure out why some, we've had discussion why some fields I can, some fields I can't. Bippity boppity boo, whatever, but what we can do, because that guy over there is finished. 100% plowed. Yeah, okay, we know that. $200 for someone to cultivate that. See, I can hire a worker for that field, which, it doesn't really make too much sense, but, let's not argue. We can actually hire a worker for that field. Just gets our work done a lot easier. Oh, the other thing I didn't check is these fields should not be ready, right? Why does it say harvested? It says barley, it says harvested. Are you trying to tell me... Uh-oh. See, here and here and here it doesn't say it's Usually it says ready to harvest. That says harvest. Oh, you know what it could be? It could be from the previous harvest. I could have a grain or something that never got harvested and never got plowed or cultivated over. But anywho, in the last episode, like I sort of mentioned about, you can buy this game through the Farmers Dynasty website, which is called Players Dynasty. Someone did ask again about what website you can go to, and I replied to his comment and posted the link there. It is it's perfectly fine website. The dev says it's no problem buying from there. It's kind of their site per se. You will get all the updates and all that fun stuff. I think I mentioned that in the previous episode. But if you're looking to buy the game and you haven't been able to because Steam took it down because of the DMCA that's leaned against Farmers Dynasty, you can buy it through their own website right now. I think it's like 24 US dollars. Somewhere in there. I haven't checked in a while, so I don't know if the prices stay the same or not. But you can get the game there. I got my game through Steam, like I've said before. But as far as I know, when you go there, you can pay with PayPal or pay by credit card as a PayPal guest. So if you don't have a PayPal account, just click on PayPal guest, and you should be able to pay with just a regular old goody credit card. At least that's what I've been told and read on the forum. Like I said, I didn't buy my game through that website. Well, our cultivator is here. Hello, sir. Hopefully I won't be in your way in a second. What are we at in this field? 97%. Just got to get this little patch up here. So first of all, I'm glad I got the game to finally load, so I can get another episode out to you guys. Apparently, I'm very hungry. Actually, in real life, I am too. I was supposed to be done recording by now, and this game, and I should have already edited the video, and it should be rendering and getting ready for upload. Alright, let's head down here, and we will start plowing this field. So my only goal for today on the farm is work these two fields, plow and cultivate. That's a small field there. This one here, being 2 hectares, is going to take a while. And no, I'm not going to make you sit here and watch me plow the entire field, because that would be a long video. And you probably get tired of hearing my voice straight on for that long of a period of time. I don't know if I can talk that long either. I need breaks too, you know. And what we'll do is those other 3 fields. Are those workers still going? Nope, they are plowed and cultivated. So what we're going to do, we're going to hire them to sow in some... we'll do soy. And after we wait a few seconds, we'll hire someone to start planting the other field as well. If you didn't know it, when you hire one worker, you got to wait. I think in the patch it said 6 seconds before you can hire another worker. I would just say just wait the 10 seconds or whatever, and give one worker time to adjust itself. The reason being is, like those 2 fields are close to each other. If the worker spawns where the other worker is, if the other worker's there, it may not be able to spawn, so they'll say, no, you can't hire workers. So that's why they put a delay in. So now if we go back to the map, we'll click this field here, and soy. I'm so soy. So in the last episode, we did get back over €1,000,000. Did rather well, almost 30 grand over. So by the time the summer harvest is over, maybe, I have no idea. I'm not going to guess how much money we'll have. We got at least, I'm going to say 14 more fields up here to harvest in the next 3 or so weeks in game. And then of course we also got 3 cornfields down where my wife used to live, along with the big field of barley, which will probably be ready after we get done harvesting all these fields up here in the next 3 weeks. But yeah, when this game wouldn't load, and I was contemplating, I'm like, oh man, if my saves are all trash and I gotta start over, I was really contemplating on what to do there. Because one, when I upgraded all the buildings over there, you just had to go to the material store and buy one panel, and it was a non-stop supply of material. You didn't have a 100 count limiter on the material. I was just wondering if that worker was going to stop when I was somewhat near him, but it doesn't appear so. Well, let me get somewhat near the end of plowing this field and watch where I'm going. I don't need to be missing spots. And it'll probably be close to almost noonish, I would think. I'll see you just after I have lunch. Plowed and cultivated. That's right. So I know you're probably on the edge of your seats wondering what time I actually did finish plowing this field. It was actually 11:56. I had to check myself. Maybe I'm getting my timing schedule back on track. That guy up there is now sowing this field with soy. The other 2 guys on the other side of the hill have finished. But we need to finish this field as well today, cultivating. It is now almost 6 o'clock at night, so not too big of a problem. Because tomorrow on the farm, yes, it is a good day. Well, let me see before I say anything else. We'll try this. As we know, it's probably not going to work. Can't find a worker. Alright. So tomorrow on the farm, we're going to seed these 2 fields that we are working in currently. Or that we worked on, I should say, because, yeah, that one will be done. And that should take up, like, the morning hours. And then in the afternoon, we're going to grab the liquid sprayer of fertilizer, the cow manure, and we'll spray these 5 fields. And probably artificially fertilize them as well. Soy does pay decently. Soy 710. The yield sucks, but by fertilizing it, we will get more of it, obviously. So we got cow manure and fertilizer we can buy at any time rather cheaply. So yes, why wouldn't you? And then probably for a day or two we'll have time to probably do some work for other people. That's after tomorrow. Before those 4 fields up there, barley will be ready to be harvested. But right now I try not to plan too far ahead. Usually just try to plan out the next day as I cut in between be recording. I kind of think of, oh, what can I do in the next day, or what do I need to do in the next day. Of course, who knows, maybe the devs will surprise us with a surprise update at some point, and that will change everything. But from what I can tell, any updates that will come out will probably just be bug fixes and patches to previous updates that they've had, aka fix the harvester so the paint stays on, or have apples growing on the trees in the fall when it should. Things like that were supposed to be implemented in other patches a while ago. But I've said it in the previous episode, and I'll say it again, these helpers have been awesome. We would be nowhere near the progress on the farm as we are now thanks to the helpers. Or without the helpers, I should say, because really, like the last episode, we harvested we harvested 4 fields, I think. The 2 over the hill and the 2 that we're working in today. But normally I would have harvested those 5 fields, and today, without the, if we didn't have the helpers, I would have probably plowed probably just these 3 fields here, and that'd be about it. Maybe I could have got all 5 fields plowed, but here we are. We'll have 3 of the 5 fields seeded and 2 ready to be seeded. But at some point I also think the devs will raise the price of the workers. For what we can hire for them now is rather cheap, and they did say that in the patch when it came out, that the price of the workers was probably too low. But I guess they wanted to put it out, get the patch out and also see what we thought of it. And my personal opinion, it is too low. Maybe if you're just starting out and you have the social points to hire workers, you're probably thinking, oh wow, $200 here, $200. Yeah, when you're first starting, that little money adds up. But that's true in any game, isn't it? When you first start up, every little thing that you find, that you gather, like survival games, you find, when you first get you're trying to build a house in a survival game and you need wood. And at first, you can't get enough of it. And later in the game, it's like, oh man, my inventory is too full. Why do I got all this wood for? And you start throwing things away. Or like in Farming Simulator, when you first start off, you're trying to think, why, I don't have enough money to buy this, buy that. And then later stages in the game, it's like, oh, we'll just buy, you can buy anything you want. And again, I'm still waiting for, since I brought Farming Simulator right there and just came to me, I'm still waiting for one of my 2 maps I've been looking at to be released. And when it does, I will be putting out Farming Simulator videos. Start from scratch. Yes, okay, I'm hungry. And I took it off cruise control for some reason as well. I do want to get back into Farming Simulator. Just that I don't want to play on the map I've been playing on, because I've reached my excitement on Rattlesnake Valley. Once you get to that point of you just keep looking at the money coming in, it's like, yeah. At least that's the way it is for me. you reach a certain point to a game to where you have everything, or you have so much money it doesn't matter. You play the games to have fun. It's like this game, I can look at my save game here and say, well, I got enough money to buy anything I want or whatever, but at this stage, I'm still having fun playing the game, the save game as it is. We don't own all the fields yet, so. And my goal in this save game right now is, yeah, to keep my fields going, and at some point get 1,000,000 social points, which will unlock achievement on Steam, which, you know, it gives me something to shoot for. And what are we at now? Like 621,000. So we have a ways to go. But you plow fields here and there and get, you know, you do some big fields, plowing fields, you'll get like 4,000 to 5,000 social points there. And it quickly adds up. But while I'm talking about other games as well, if you haven't already, check out my House Flipper series that I have started. By now, the second episode is definitely out. And yeah, my first encounter with a Windows update, that Windows update was like May 17th or whatever. Yeah, that caused some problems with that episode. Yeah, the last 5 minutes of that episode, my mic wasn't recording anymore. So you got like 25 minutes of me, you know, commentating through the House Flipper series in the last 5 minutes as I'm selling the house we were flipping. My mic stopped recording. Or my recording software, I should say, stopped picking up my mic. Because it was a different day. When I recorded that, it was a different day. The first 25 minutes of recording was one night, and the next morning I got up to finish recording. And that's when the update came on my computer. Stopped my microphone from on the recording software, that is. So yeah, that was fun to find out after recording it. And unfortunately, I couldn't go back and redo the recording because it's one of those things where that game will save your progress as you go along. But at least you can see what the house sold for. And speaking of which, we are done cultivating this field as well. Ta-da! How far along are you, sir? Oh, you're just about done. Yeah, I'm not going to look at them because sometimes they can spaz out in the center. I think I did that on the update video. I was watching one of them work in the field, and I was like, so they disappear? They drive off? How's it go? And he got in the center, you know, the tractors dig it into the soil and kind of going below the map. I said, yeah, I need to teleport out of here before this thing just glitches the whole game. So these should be 100% soy, 100% soy. Another thing I could do is get to mowing the lawn. That needs a good mow job. Alright, let's drive down here to the barn. Or the garage. I'm going to try to call this the garage, really, because that's where you can do a lot of, well, when I say work on the tractor. Oh, the light is still up. Not quite 8 o'clock then, must be. We'll refuel it. Wash the vehicle. Yeah, I talked to you yesterday, didn't I? as you would say to your wife. We talked yesterday. Actually, what I need to do is, we'll take my tractor because it's warm. The engine's warm, that is. And we will just top this off right now. I think there's enough in there to fill this up. So both of our slurry tankers will be full. I would just love it in the next patch if, oh good, it'll even leave some in the storage as well. In the next patch we're able, because I did rewrite on the wish list for the game that we could buy other farmers' cow barns and put cows in there. Yeah, wife went to bed, so it must be 8 o'clock. Yeah, so buy other farmers' cow barns and buy some more cows and get more liquid slurry out of it. Because one thing you could do, instead of having... I'm assuming this is going to be an automatic milk collector. We can go in, just turn on switches and automatically milk our cows for us. Which our wife has done here, but if we go to another farm, our wife is not going to want to walk away to the farms and milk them. Or maybe you can hire your neighbors to milk them, I don't know. Oh, and in case I forgot, in the previous episode, the pumpkins were ready in here, so we picked up the pumpkins and we replanted zucchini. Actually, I should check on that. Yeah, we need to activate that, I think. Cost us $30 to do that. So how did that guy do in this field down here? 100% soy, plowed and cultivated. That field's ready to go. And the fields that we do, 98 plowed, 100% cultivated, 99, 100%. These are all 100, 100, 100, I'm sure. But this field, these fields up here, probably a couple more days to go. But for now, that's going to do it for today on the farm. I hope you guys did enjoy the episode. I do appreciate you watching as always. We need to get a nice view here. There we go. And I will see you in the next episode. Have a good one.